Very little, only what I've seen on the media. But to me, he is the President of the United States, so I think it's a pretty important job.
But obviously he's the President of the USA and he's rubbish.
Well, he's a businessman president.
A businessman president, yeah, that's pretty much all I know, to be fair.
He's the worst of two evils. Like, if he got impeached, it'd only be Mike Pence in power, which isn't really any better than he is. I know that he was a businessman initially, and I think he chose to become a Republican because he said they're the stupidest demographic.
Well, he got there by democratic vote. Not many of us agree with it, but he's there and he is the president.
Very bad.
Yeah.
Coming off of Obama, kind of a joke, quite honestly.
A joke, but it was the people's choice, so you can't really argue it.
No, but that doesn't mean that I can be happy about it.
Oh no, but
I don't think it's a great legacy. I mean, there's been some much better presidents who have had power in America. But if he's the next step, I'm really not holding that much hope for America.
But I feel like if he was up against a better candidate than Hillary, then he wouldn't be in power in the first place. Like I said, I feel like for some people, it was the worst of two evils. Like Hillary wasn't that much better. I feel like if he actually had like a decent candidate, he would have not stood a chance of getting into power.
Well, they could have a policy where they're strict, but building a great big wall seems rather ridiculous.
I think it's stupid.
ridiculous.
There's no way he's serious about that. Like, no.
Yeah, it's just no.
No, yeah.
Stupid.
It's ridiculous.
It's really stupid. And I think it's a nice, I think it appeals to people, I think it appeals to voters who wouldn't take the time or effort to go out and find information for themselves. Like, as an idea, it's a nice idea for some people, but it just, like, it wouldn't work. Like, the idea of getting Mexico to pay for it, or the fact that they'd have the whole wall guarded, or the fact that people wouldn't go around or over it, it's just stupid.
It's just creating division where there doesn't need to be. He's got a problem with people that don't need to have a problem with, and he's just trying to put his bigoted ideas into a wall, which doesn't need to happen. I don't see the point of it.
Yeah, and it's quite ironic because America initially was full of immigrants because it wasn't a country as its own. It was just kind of people moved to America, and now he's saying that America has its own identity and its own country and its own people. That doesn't really exist.
The majority of American citizens are not ethnically American, so they don't have these like big scary immigrants when them themselves are. It's stupid.
And then claiming like Mexicans are immigrants and they're like dirty Mexicans. Like it's just propaganda, isn't it?
Oh, most Americans won't give two hoots about it. They're very insular. They don't know what goes on in the rest of the world. So I don't think it will worry them at all. But for the Mexicans, of course, it will be a great problem because many members of the family will be in America and some will be in Mexico, and then they won't be able to get their children over. And I don't think it will happen.
I don't think it will impact it. He thinks it's going to impact it really good, but I don't think it's going to be much difference.
Well, you're literally bordering yourself off from people.
It highlights that there's still xenophobia, particularly towards like Mexicans and things like that in America, which is not good.
I think, like, no matter what point in history, there's always going to be like bigoted ideas. I think now that there's someone in power who reflects their ideas, people might feel more confident to broadcast it or like act out on it rather than just keep it to themselves.